Today on Max Handy Gadgets, we're back in the workshop working on this portable air compressor. It's for car tires and it stopped working. You think we can fix it? Let's find out. Yeah, these come in handy when they work good, but the other day I had a little bit of a slow leak in the tire and I went to pump it up and this thing just crapped out on me. Yeah, okay, so let's get into it and see how it works, and if we can't fix it, well, we gave it our best shot. Alright, let's open her up. Okay. That's a pretty good air compressor it was in its day. It's supposed to be 250 psi. Yeah, I never went up that high. You know, only like 60. Okay. Let's open her up and see what's wrong with it, or we'll give it a test and I'll show you what's wrong with it. It just sits there and hums. I'll show you. Okay, let's turn it over here and we'll get the cigarette lighter adapter out. Okay, that's enough. Alright. And we'll sit it here so you can see it. Okay. And we'll get our charger here. And we'll hook it up. Negative. And positive. Just like that. Let's plug in our charger. And I'll turn the pump on. You ready? Hear it humming? And check this out. Can you see it? Over here on the meter. It's drawing over 15 amps. So something's jammed and binding in there. I would imagine it may be the cylinder or something went really bad. Okay, so let's get into it and we'll tear it apart. Let's unhook the charger. Okay, let's take a look at it here. Looks like we have one screw. There must be other screws under these little, you know, the pads. Right here. Yep. Okay. Definitely screws under there. Okay, let's open her up. Alright, let's see what we got. Well. Okay. Yeah, definitely a screw in there. Okay. Let's see this little pad here. Okay, yeah. All right. They seem pretty long, those screws. Yeah. Alright, we'll leave it in there though, so we don't lose it. Alright, let's get the bottom ones out. Pry up them rubber feet. Man, that one's tight. Okay. Alright. Let's get this one out. Okay, them little rubber feet come off pretty easy. They're just glued on. Wow, them screws are long. Okay, now let's take out the middle one. Okay, let's see if we can get in there. Ready? Okay, we don't want to lose anything. Okay, there it is. It's pretty simple. Let me turn it so you can see it better. Okay. Yep, it looks like the gear here is supposed to turn and move a pump cylinder. Oh, and it's jamming. It's not going all the way around. It's jamming, so only goes halfway. Okay, well, let's spin this around. And it looks like we're going to have to take this pump out and take it all apart. Okay, it's a mechanical issue, not a wiring issue. Okay, let's go ahead and unscrew that. Let's just get that screw out of there. Okay, we'll put them over here. And, well, it looks like there's a rubber gasket or a rubber grommet right there. Okay. And we're going to need some more tools. Looks like we're going to need that, maybe a 1/4 inch, and a driver. Okay. Bet it's 1/4 inch. Yep. Okay, let's okay, maybe we ought to just take out the motor. Okay, that's better. We could possibly undo it all, but I don't think we do have to. Let's see. All right. It's hard to see, isn't it? Let me get you zoomed in a little closer. Okay, that's better. Let me get these screws out of here, off the head of the air compressor here. I have a feeling something's jammed up in there. It's only 3 screws holding it together. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's take the barrel right off, you know, the cylinder, and we'll pull it right out of there. Here goes the piston right there. Okay, there's a piston. Can you see it? Yep, it's kind of dirty. Needs a little greasing. But let's see what's going on in here. Let me take that cylinder off. Ah, yeah. That's fell apart. Yep. Here's the... That's all jammed in there. See it? Here's the reed valve that came apart. Right there. That's a reed valve. It's kind of bent. I don't know if you can see it, but it's bent. It must have been flopping around in there and got all jammed. Okay, we'll put that over here. Now this thing is actually in there. Let's see, I can't get it out. I don't think it's jammed in there. Okay. Let's see if we can pry them out with ease. Okay, there it is. That looks like some kind of brass rivet or a brass screw. Nope, it's not a screw. It's like a rivet. It's pressed in, and it came out. You know, it came out of that hole that was holding down that reed valve, and then that was it. It jammed the cylinder. Yep, when that cylinder, you know, the piston came up to make compression, it just jammed on there and it wouldn't make a complete revolution. So I don't know what to do here because it looks like the seat of the valve here is a little bit chewed up, not much, just a little bit. I can just about see that. Let me see if I can get the angle so you can see it. Yeah. Just about see it, can't you? Okay. So we're going to have to fix the valve because it's bent. And then we're going to have to find a way to put this rivet back in there or put a screw in. I don't have any screws that small, I don't think, or that short. Plus it probably would stick in too far and hit the piston on the way up. That's not good. Yeah, okay, let's see if we can do something with it. Let me think about that for a couple minutes. Yeah, maybe we can lightly sand down the seat here for the valve, and over here maybe we could actually just go ahead and maybe see if it fits, and if it don't fit, that rivet, we can make it fit by maybe putting a little dimple beside that and close up the hole and possibly glue it in once it's tight, you know. Okay, let's give that a try. Let me get some stuff together. I'll be back. Okay, first off, I think we're gonna have to bend this reed valve back into shape. It's kind of bent. Yeah, let me work on that and I'll bring you back when I'm done with that, because that's gonna be a bit tricky, I think. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can straighten that out. Okay guys, I think I got the reed valve as about as good as I'm gonna be able to get it. It's not too bad. It's pretty straight down near the bottom here. Up top here where the rivet is, it's, you know, it's a little crinkly, but it's not too bad. But I think the rivet will hold it down flat and it may work. The only one way to find out. Put this back together. Okay, now this goes in the head right here and lays flat in there. Just like that. Let's see if it'll lay flat. Use my fingers. Yep, pretty flat. Okay, now this little rivet. This little rivet here. You can just about see it. It has to go in that hole there. And I cleaned it, the rivet, and now we're going to have to clean the head and make sure everything's good, because we're going to go ahead and glue that in there. Just like that. Then I'm going to press it in, probably with a punch or a hammer or whatever, and just seat it in as good as we can get it. That's all we can do. Yeah, I've been using this magnet to get the reed valve back out. Just like that. This little guy here is small. He's thin. And hopefully it works. Yeah, okay, let's clean up the head. I think it'll work. We'll just take the head and we'll take a little bit of alcohol here and just wipe it out good. Try to get in there. Make sure there's no dirt in that hole, because, you know, that's where we're going to be gluing. Pretty good. Okay. We'll let that dry and then we'll glue him up. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to hold this while we put that rivet in, because we got to use a hammer. Let me see if I can rig up a vise and I'll bring you back. Okay guys, I got the head of this little mini air compressor here clamped in this vise so that we can put that reed valve in and then that rivet. We're gonna have to glue it in. It's tight, but we're gonna glue it in to make sure it doesn't come out again. All right, let's give it a shot. Okay, we got one shot at this, so we got to make it count. We're going to put that reed valve right in there. Just like that. Okay, that went in nice. Really nice. All right. Now this rivet's supposed to go right in that hole. And it will go in just a little bit, but it's tight. And we're going to have to use a punch and drive it the rest of the way down. But before we do that, we're going to put some glue in that hole. Yep, and we're going to be using super glue. Yeah. Okay, wish me luck on this one. Okay, let's give it a shot. We'll put the glue right in the hole here. I think we got a good amount there. We'll get our rivet. Yeah, there we go. Stay. Okay, now we're going to get our hammer and we're going to put that right down in there. I think we got him. Okay. Boy, it's tight. Definitely tight. Okay, we're going to have to let that dry a little bit. Place your bets now. Is it going to work? Okay, let's let that dry and we'll clean it up a little and we'll assemble it and find out. Okay, while that's drying, maybe we can work on something else here. Maybe we can clean up the pump. You know, the piston. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it's pretty dirty and looks like it needs grease. Can you see it? Yeah, it does look like it needs grease. Maybe we can get that out of there. Okay. Okay, here it is. Look at that little piston. Yeah, it's a little dirty. And there's a little bit of a rubber washer that's going around there that's sort of like one of them little brake wheel cylinders. So it makes air, you know, when it pushes forward. The cup opens and spreads against the cylinder wall and tightens up as it pushes air through. Yeah, that works out pretty good. All right, let's take some alcohol here and we'll clean this up. Yeah, that washer's pressed on there. I don't think you could ever replace that rubber gasket there. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Little mini wrist pins. Yeah. It's kind of cute in a way, but I don't know if it's going to survive. We'll find out. Okay, let's turn it around here and we'll clean up the connecting rod here a little bit. Yeah, we better get another Q-tip. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, it looks alright. Man, this is tiny. Kind of reminds me of an old model airplane motor piston. You know? Clean though now. Good. Okay, we could grease up a little bit here and put a little grease on the connecting rod where it connects to the crank, and we'll be all ready to assemble one when this dries. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's try to put a little grease on the crankshaft in here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but maybe I can get some light on the situation here. There you go, not too bad. Alright, let's put a little grease. I got some red grease here. We'll put a little bit on there. That ought to be enough. Can you see it? Put that red grease on there. That's probably plenty. Probably more than it had when it came from the factory. Yeah, okay. That's about all it needs there. We'll put that back. Turn off our light. It's blinded you now. Okay, let's take our piston. Boy, that's small. And we'll put a little grease around the outside of that and get ready for when we assemble it. This isn't real heavy grease, it's just a little bit to help us assemble. And it looks like it had some on there in the first place, but it probably wore off and turned into tar or something. I don't know. It probably put a little in the connecting rod there. Okay, we're good. All right, it looks pretty good. All right, that's about all you can do, right? And we'll just go ahead and set that back down and get ready to assemble. Okay, let's go ahead and put our piston back in our motor here. We'll hook it up to the crank. Can you see anything? Okay, we'll just go ahead and slip that in. Okay, we'll get ready. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put our piston cylinder sleeve on. Just like that. Get that ready. Now all we have to do is put our head on. That valve is pretty good. Hopefully it works. We're going to find out. Okay, I think it's dry enough that we can unclamp it out of the vise. We'll get the vise out of the way. And now we're going to go ahead and put this back together. Yeah, that ought to be fun, huh? Alright, let's hopefully it works though. Looks like we just have to join the head here to the cylinder sleeve. Just like that, and we'll get a screw. And we'll get one started. And we'll wind them in a little bit here. Otherwise, it might fly apart on us. Okay, and we'll get the other two started. Alright. We'll get the third one in. Alright, let's crank them in. Let's make sure it's centered. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's all tight. It's like a little rubber seal in there. O-ring on that cylinder. So anyway, that's done. Okay, now all we have to do is assemble this and put it back together and see if it works. Yeah. Okay, let's put this back together. Now they have little rubber grommets that they sit on, and then they tighten down in between there so it doesn't vibrate, I guess, and make all kinds of racket. So let's put them back. Don't forget them. And we'll see if we can line this all up. Make sure the wires are in the right spot too. Okay, that seems to be okay. Alright, now we get a screw and a rubber grommet on top. Put that screw in. Okay, that's about it for that, and then it'll screw down through there, and don't forget a rubber grommet. Put that on top of there first. Alright, let's assemble the cover. Got plenty of wire, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, let's put that back. We got all the screws hanging down? Yep, alright. Try to get the light lined up and get the screws lined up. There you go, I think I got it. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Let's tighten them up. Get them all started first, you know. And we'll get these. Okay, that one's tight. That one's tight. Alright, let's get these back ones. Okay, that one's tight. And that one's tight. It looks like we lost one of the little pads here though. Alright. Okay, now don't forget the middle screw. We'll put that in last. Okay, that's tight. Alright, let me move the camera a little bit and I'll get you a better view and we'll test this baby out. Okay, let's flip them over and give them a test. I hope it works. Okay, we'll take our cord here and we'll go ahead and hook it up to our power supply. Hook it on the negative side there. And we'll hook it on the positive side, just like it would be in a car cigarette lighter. And we'll plug our charger in. And we're going to put like a tube valve here so it'll push air out, you know. Okay, let's see if it pumps. Ready? Place your bets now. Let's get ready to make this thing sing. Place your bets now. Hopefully it works. Ready? Set. We're on. Wow. It worked. I can't believe it. It's putting out a lot of pressure too. When I put my finger over the nozzle here, it goes right up to 150 almost. Really pretty good. Alright, does the light work? Yep. Okay. Alright, we fixed it. I can't believe it, but we did. Wonder how long it's going to last? We don't know. I know you don't use them much, but when you need them, it's there. You know, better than nothing, right? So they do come in handy. I mean, I've used this quite often. You know, after storms and whatnot, you end up with nails in the road and screws, and you get flat tires, and there's nobody around to fix anything. So you go ahead and buy a pack of tire plugs, and you go have one of these in your trunk, and you're good to go. You know, you always have something to as backup in case you need it. And you can always have a can of that Fix-A-Flat, you know, handy just in case, you know, like emergency. That's always good. Have that stuff, you know, handy in your trunk. Okay guys, that's it for this one. It really turned out okay. I'm glad we fixed it. And those guys who bet on me not fixing it, well, I had my doubts too, so. Yeah. Okay guys, if you're enjoying these videos, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.